Once upon a time, in a cozy little cottage nestled at the edge of a sunny meadow, lived a mother pig with her 3 little sons. The piglets were growing up so fast, and one bright morning, their mother gathered them close. With a loving smile, she said, "My dear children, you are all grown up now. The world is a big, exciting place, and it's time for you to go out and build your very own homes. Be wise, be safe, and always look out for each other." Filled with excitement and a little bit of sadness to be leaving home, the 3 little pigs packed their bags, waved goodbye to their mother, and set off on their grand adventure. The first little pig was a cheerful fellow, but oh, he was a bit lazy. He wanted to finish building his house as quickly as possible so he could spend the rest of the day playing. As he walked along, he saw a farmer with a cart full of golden straw. "Perfect," he thought. "That looks easy." He asked the farmer for some straw, and in no time at all, he had built a simple little house. It wasn't very strong, but he didn't mind. He danced around his new home, singing, "My house is built, my work is done. Now it's time to have some fun." The second little pig walked a bit further down the road. He was a little less lazy than his brother and wanted a house that was a bit sturdier. Soon, he came across a woodcutter gathering sticks. "Aha," he said. "Sticks are stronger than straw. I'll build my house with these." He gathered a big bundle of sticks and worked for a few hours, lashing them together to make his house. It looked better than the straw house, and he felt quite proud. "This will surely keep me safe," he said to himself before settling down for a nap. Now, the third little pig was the most thoughtful and hardworking of them all. He knew that a good home needed to be strong and safe. He walked past the fields of straw and the piles of sticks, continuing on until he found a man making bricks. He watched as the man mixed clay and fired it in a kiln, creating strong red bricks. "This is what I need," the pig decided. He bought a large load of bricks, cement, and got to work. It was hard, tiring work. He laid each brick carefully, one on top of the other, making sure the walls were thick and the foundation was solid. It took him a long time, but when he was finished, he had a magnificent, strong little brick house, complete with a sturdy wooden door and a tall chimney. He knew he would be safe inside. A few days later, a big bad wolf came prowling through the woods. He hadn't eaten all day, and his tummy was rumbling. His sharp eyes spotted the little straw house. Licking his lips, he crept up to the door and knocked with a loud thump, thump. Little pig, let me come in," he called in a gravelly voice. The first little pig peeked through a crack and saw the wolf's big, pointy ears. His heart skipped a beat. "Not by the hair on my chinny chin chin," he squeaked, his voice trembling. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down." The wolf roared. He took a deep breath and blew with all his might. Whoosh! The light straw house flew apart in an instant, scattering all over the field. The terrified little pig squealed and ran as fast as his little legs could carry him, all the way to his brother's stick house. He burst through the door, shouting, "Brother, brother, The big bad wolf is coming." Just then, they heard a loud knock on the stick door. Little pigs, let me come in," growled the wolf. The two pigs huddled together, shaking with fear. "Not by the hair on our chins." They shouted back, trying to sound brave. "Then I'll huff and I'll blow your house down." The wolf bellowed. He took an even deeper breath this time, and with a mighty whoosh, the stick house splintered and collapsed into a heap. The two little pigs scrambled from the wreckage and ran for their lives. But they didn't stop until they reached their brother's strong brick house. "Let us in, let us in. The wolf is after us," they cried. The third pig quickly opened the heavy door and pulled his brothers inside, locking it securely behind them. Moments later, the furious wolf arrived, panting and out of breath. He pounded on the brick door. Little pigs, let me in." This time, all three pigs replied together from the safety of the strong house, "Not by the hair on our chins." The wolf was angrier than ever. "Then I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down," he snarled. He huffed and he puffed and he huffed and he huffed. He blew so hard his face turned red, but the brick house didn't move an inch. Not a single brick even trembled. Exhausted and frustrated, the wolf sat down to think. He couldn't blow the house down, so he had to find another way in. His eyes traveled up the side of the house and settled on the chimney. "Aha," he thought with a wicked grin. "I'll climb onto the roof and slide down the chimney. They'll never expect that." But inside, the clever third pig heard the wolf scrambling on the roof. He knew exactly what the wolf was planning. Thinking fast, he whispered to his brothers, "Quick, help me." They filled a huge pot with water and placed it in the fireplace, right under the chimney. Then they built a roaring fire underneath it. The wolf positioned himself at the top of the chimney and began to slide down. "Here I come, little piggies." He chuckled to himself, but instead of landing softly on the hearth, he fell with a giant splash right into the pot of boiling water. Ew, he howled in pain. He leaped out of the pot, shot back up the chimney like a rocket, and ran away as fast as he could, his tail tucked between his legs. He never ever bothered the three little pigs again. From that day on, the first two pigs learned a very important lesson about the value of hard work and planning ahead. They helped their brother make the brick house even bigger, and the three of them lived there together happily and safely for the rest of their days. Thank you so much for joining us for this story. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more wonderful stories. See you next time.